Well, Podcast Pals, we've reached the final episode of Season 1. What an amazing ride it's been, uncovering unconventional strategies like leveraging Reddit and tapping into AM/FM radio. Before we dive into today's topic, I want to say thank you for joining me this season. If you have ideas for topics we should cover in Season 2, launching January 2024, let me know at potterapp.com or on social media. Now, for our grand finale, we're exploring an unexpected upside of taking a break from your podcast, the benefits of going on hiatus. It can be tempting to produce constant content, but stepping back for a season intentionally can actually reinvigorate your show and creativity long term. Let's dive into why even successful podcasts need periodic sabbaticals from the grind. I appreciate you tuning in one last time before we refresh and return next year. First, taking an extended break allows much-needed creative recharging. Producing a podcast week after week is mentally demanding. Constant idea generation leads to burnout. Stepping back gives your mind space rather than forcing innovation on a content treadmill. New perspectives and inspiration bloom when you unplug for a season. Your brain gets to relax and wander rather than straining to produce under pressure. This breathing room unlocks renewed energy and creativity. Think of it like an athlete in the off-season. They don't eliminate exercise, but shift to lower intensity cross-training that lets the body and mind recover. Similarly, a podcasting break gives your creative muscles time off to regain strength. And you can use the hiatus to experiment with formats, guests, and segments to inspire new directions. The bottom line, don't underestimate the power of periodically pressing pause for creative replenishment. Now let's look at production benefits. A hiatus also provides time for production improvements without the pressure of live episodes. You can step back and refine processes. For example, rebrand your podcast with a new logo, theme song, formatting. Focus energy on elevating visuals and audio quality without split attention. Or test out new segments and formats. See what resonates without publicly debuting half-baked ideas. Build a content calendar and backlog so you return well-prepared to consistency. Execute your vision. Essentially, a break allows refinements that get overshadowed by the constant grind when in season. The space also lets you implement more efficient systems. Audit workflows, tools, and team roles with fresh eyes. Tighten up processes for a streamlined relaunch. Much like athletes use the off-season to evolve playbooks and upgrade skills, apply your hiatus to make impactful production improvements. Returning with refined branding, formatting, and processes makes a memorable splash when the new season drops. Absence allowed progress. Stepping back from episodes for a season also builds listener anticipation, amplifying your return. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, and your fans will miss your voices and perspectives after an extended break. Tease the hiatus in advance to set expectations, then remind listeners leading up to your newly announced Season 2 premiere. Your comeback episode is an event. New fans who discovered your back catalog binge over the break. Engage your email list during hiatus with behind-the-scenes updates, polls, and questions to stay connected. Take advantage of the momentum by launching an exciting new segment, premium content, or special guest. Returning recharged with improvements makes a splash, but the break itself generates buzz by creating temporary scarcity. Essentially, a hiatus oscillates between absence and presence. This gap amplifies the impact of your comeback and creates a season launch moment. Use the time away strategically to fuel creative surges, system upgrades, and audience growth upon your return. Beyond creative and production gains, hiatuses also provide hosts much-needed work-life balance. Podcasting can take a toll. Stepping back lets hosts recharge personally to maintain enthusiasm long-term. Avoid burning out from constant content demands. Use the time to turn attention to neglected relationships and activities, refresh by broadening life experiences, or take a mental reset from online spaces. Recenter goals and manage podcasting expectations. Essentially, view periodic hiatuses as mandatory time off from collaborating, recording, and promoting. Just as employees avoid burnout through vacations to gain perspective, podcast breaks are essential to hosts' well-being. Without imposing intermittent breaks, it's easy to have podcasting slowly take over your entire life. Host energy fades, so set seasonal boundaries. Your show needs you at your best. Unwind and replenish so you can return re-energized. Finally, hiatuses provide valuable audience data that's harder to uncover mid-season. Stepping back lets you evaluate baseline listenership. When you stop releasing new episodes for an extended period, you reveal who your truly engaged core audience is based on retention. See who remains active in your community or sticks around listening to past episodes without prompts for new content. Those are your true fans, the lifeblood. You also discern more casual drive-by listeners based on drop-off. See your audience makeup when you aren't actively pushing each week for downloads. This helps you double down on incentivizing and serving your loyal community upon return. And craft content to also continually engage the passive listeners as well. Essentially, use the break to uncover your listenership's ebb and flow absent short-term campaign spikes. This informs engagement strategies and priorities moving forward. Downtime provides invaluable data. Now let's wrap up this season. And that's a wrap on Season 1. I sincerely appreciate you joining me this past year as we explored unconventional strategies and unexpected angles around growing your podcast. In this finale episode, we discussed why periodic breaks keep shows fresh rather than failing them. Hiatuses allow hosts to recharge creatively, make production improvements, build listener anticipation, achieve better work-life balance, and gather engagement data. So don't fear reasonable breaks from episodic grind. See them as a secret creative weapon to start your next season strong. Use the downtime wisely to refine your craft and processes while also rejuvenating personally. Come back renewed and ready to thrive. If you enjoyed this inaugural season, I'd be so grateful if you could leave us an honest review. It truly does help the podcast grow. And if you have ideas for topics we should cover in Season 2, launching January 2024, let me know at PotterApp.com or on social. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for joining me this season. I can't wait to continue this journey with you. Until next time, my friends, keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible in your podcasting journey.